Hello, folks, and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Well, today, just to make a statement in advance, I'm not that bullish at all. The market looks very weak at the moment. I had the opportunity today to spend a little bit more time checking the data, and I can't find anything that looks at least a little bit like we can go up to 40k. Yesterday was a very interesting day just because 39.2 is our still our main POC. Okay, that's where we have the biggest liquidity, and we failed twice. And this here was an amazing op because someone tried really to push up as much as they can, and they failed. The sell pressure was really big at the same time. So yeah, and as you can see, the wage ratio is living up even more. The last time we are just to I can't see that, so we are hitting 0.92 at the moment. 0.91 is our current level. The last time that happened, okay, that's here. And we did a dump from 42,400 to 39. So we need to see. We really need to see, but it really matches very well to what I'm saying to the other data. Weights ratio 30 hours moving average. As mentioned, rising. I have mentioned here, hey, the stablecoin reserves on exchanges is lifting up. That could be bullish because stablecoins are arriving. Maybe the remaining whales are still interested to lift up. They tried, it seems, and they failed. So what happened? The stablecoin reserves on exchanges is declining again. And that's absolutely not cool. And yeah, what I'm seeing here is really a worst case scenario in my opinion, because the stablecoin supply is declining very hard at the moment, even more than before. And we are talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of US dollars that didn't happen since years. That it's yeah. Well, let us take a look to the flow activity related to the spot exchanges and see. Maybe maybe we see some light of hope, but it doesn't look like. Let us check. So let us take a look to the spot exchanges. Today it looks at least a little bit better than yesterday. I mean, we still are getting spots, but not that big anymore. I mean, we received 2 hours ago 2,300, yeah, 2,400 Bitcoin. So it's not, I mean, in the midnight, so 19 hours ago, we received here 2,800 Bitcoin. At the same time, just a little bit later, 2 hours later, we received 200 million stablecoin inflows. But it seems yeah, they're selling. They are in a distribution at the moment, and we need to see what's happening here. If they sold all these spot bitcoins, or if yeah, they are waiting to get a better price. I really don't know. But also here you can see we received a lot of stable coins, and they are taking these stable coins also out from the exchanges. That explains the stablecoin reserves on exchanges, why it's declining. Yeah, so it really doesn't look very nice. And also here we can see that all these stable bitcoins were related to whales, it seems. So whales are selling at the moment. So funding rate, we are talking now about the future market, and today doesn't really happen anything big. Now the funding rate is declining. At the same time, the open interest is rising, and even the leverage ratio. So funding rate now declining while the open interest is rising, while the leverage ratio is rising as well. So it seems someone, or at least I don't know if retailers, but someone is shorting with high leverage at the moment, it seems. And yeah, we can check here also related to stable coins, relatively neutral. That's our net flow indicating they are taking profit and taking out stable coins from derivative exchanges. And something like it looks similar, at least we are seeing here related to bitcoins. So for collaterals, and we had some inflows, but then outflows again. So also here not looking that great. Let us check blockchain whispers. Mm, let us check. As you know, I don't care about that here. Don't care about that here. The only one I care about is this one. Let us check what's happening there. So 900 million shots. Oh, nothing changed. Not big. We still have more longs than shorts. So people are still, yeah, expecting a bounce up. Of course, we don't know who is longing, but that is what it is. Oh, Bybit. Okay, let us check both. Bybit. It looks similar to yesterday, at least at Bybit. Let us check FTX. Wow. Okay, you remember yesterday, right? Someone is shorting with high leverage on FTX. And that's big. It's the double of yesterday. So the bar was almost here at that level. And even we have more longs than shorts on Binance, for example. FTX, it looks like, is shorting big at the moment, while the remaining area, the price area, is relatively flat compared to the longs here. So, I mean, we are talking about 38.7. Let us have in mind this area here between 38.7 and 39. And let us compare that with the exchange walls. Okay. So let us check the option trading if we can see anything useful there. Well, let us see what's happening here. Who or what is driving the market right now? First of all, and that's something they are buying and selling in sequences. FTX, for example, as you can see, they bought and are pushing the price down. The most interesting thing for me is that chart here. And yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel like they're accumulating. Even I mean, if we check Binance at the moment, they bought almost 2,000 Bitcoin, but they did in the past and they sold afterwards. I mean, they that doesn't really look, if we zoom out a little bit, I'm not sure if they're accumulating. At least it doesn't look like at the moment. That's something where I'm struggling at the moment a little bit. I mean, we need to check even more because if they are pushing the price with stablecoin futures and buying, that would be bullish. If we check here, for example, well, Famex bought and almost distributed everything from the last purchase. If we take a look, for example, well, FTX, that's the USDT. I mean, that's low volume. That's not necessarily. But Coinbase. Well, with Coinbase, I have my problem with Coinbase actually because they were distributing. Now that's big, but the problem is we are trading sideways, and that's usually I would love to say how they buy big while we are dumping, for example. That would be for me something like these guys are buying from the weak hands, but they are quick accumulating, and that doesn't look very well. However, they are buying. I mean, that's the volume delta, and let us check. 5,700 bitcoins. That's really a lot. That's only the volume delta. Okay, so, but I know how institutionals work, and they love to accumulate quick sideways to use them to dump the market afterwards. And I know that on Coinbase many institutionals are trading, and that's where I'm struggling because the aggregated spot, it doesn't look like, I mean, that's lifting up a little bit, but that happened in the past. FTX, Bitfinex, they are selling. It's not, I don't know. Even here, usually they should lift up hard with Bitcoin margin contracts, okay, in the bottom, and then push with future stablecoins, for example. But it doesn't look really solid, and that's something I'm struggling at the moment because the all the remaining data explain the wealth ratio and so on and so on and so forth. It doesn't really look very bullish at the moment. So let us check what's happening to the exchange walls. Maybe that could complete the whole picture. At the moment, I see the aggregated spot, it's lifting up. Coinbase is buying, but FTX and Bitfinex not. And that's, I don't know. We need to check. So then let us check. Coinbase was only here and 35K. Okay. Remember, we still have just related to FTX. We need to check. You remember I have said we need to keep in mind 38.7 and 39.2 related to FTX. So we will check that. Deribit, interesting. Oh Jesus, and Deribit, it's making here some homework, it seems. Yeah, look that looks very interesting. Okay, so we are talking about 42K here, and we are talking about 40K here, and we are talking about 38, 36, 800. It's interesting. Binance. Oh, Binance limiting the way down at the moment at 38K and 37,600. And then, as you can see, some other walls here. And also here at 40,000, but nothing big. So, Bitfinex. Yeah, Bitfinex still here, limiting the way down at 37.7. FTX. So now we need to be careful. 40,300. So these guys are not limiting the way up. I mean, yes, but at 40,000. If we check then that here, we are talking about 38.6 and 39.2. Let me check. That's, oh, sorry. Jesus, I will start again. That was 39.2, right? 39, yeah, 39.2, 38.7, 38.7, 38.7. I would say that's here, and 39.2. Wow. Okay, that's very interesting. So, to liquidate all these guys, we need to go here. We don't have any walls here, so interesting. They are not under protection, it seems. So they are not protecting these shorts. Interesting. FTX, BitMEX, nothing. Binance Futures, okay. Yeah, almost 39,500 and 40,000. Little wallet 1389, but that's it. They are limiting at the moment. As you can see, they are pushing the price a little bit more up, but not that much. So it should, we are at the moment just reaching the local, I would say something like the currently local bottom. Maybe we can go up a little bit more, hitting 38.6, but I don't know. At the moment, Bitcoin looks very weak. Bitfinex derivatives, okay, and FTX spot. Also here, nothing. Well, interesting. Let us talk what I think could happen next.